is obviously got these two teams. They're not ready yet. They're not here yet, so we can just keep talking away. Is there anything else we need to go through? I think there's one thing that was mentioned a little earlier. Like, forgive me, guys, I'm just being away, so I'm not aware of everything. But what I do know is a ladder is formed out of the 2v2 Legends.
Absolutely, yes. So they've been running it all month already. There is this current week and then one more week after this to be able to earn points. So if you haven't joined yet, then it's probably a little bit too late. I don't think that even if you had the most amazing run of your life in the last tournament, that you'd be able to accumulate enough points to get to the top. But that being said, whoever finishes within the top 6 will receive the @2v2 Legend title in the Vapor Discord, as well as cash prizes for the top 6 players as well.
Surely the title comes with something else, biggest chungus.
Well, I don't know. All Bence has told us is they get the 2v2 Legend title as well as cash prizes. But you have to be in the top 6. So far, the players rather, in the top 6. I can't talk English today at all, Byza. It's Azza, Siva, Ados, Crazy Freak, Slasher on 15, as well as Hawk. Talendina has the exact same amount of points as Hawk, but I don't know why. I mean, that feels bad, man, for Talendina if he can't break into the top 6 and he's got the same points as Hawk.
Now, important question, Renkyz, is when's all this finished? When's the ladder cut off?
So there's one more tournament after this week's tournament. So this is week 3. They're running 4 weeks every month.
Okay, all right. So it's a monthly ladder that that gets rewards if you guys get to the top, the tippy top. All right, listen. Let's stop mucking around. Let's get into this game. In terms of
we got
players,
the players
in. We have the players. Mate, I always do this too. You hate doing it, but you know what's coming next. Give me a prediction, please.
Oh, it's got to be Cobo's team, doesn't it?
I don't know who Darth is. I'm not sure. And Pillow is apparently streaming, so this will be pretty interesting.
Nice. Yeah, I know the name Darth. I can't recall the last time that I saw him play. However, Cobo's profile picture is he's got a different profile picture.
It's Team Esper.
There we go. It's Amphis in Steam. So Amphis is Darth Maul in Smash.
Okay, we'll go with that. Well, Renkyz, we're getting into the first game of the streams. It is the quarterfinals, best of 3. If anyone's wondering the length as they get that kickoff going forward, it's Cobo with an opportunity on goal and just sends it wide here, Renkyz.
He's almost found it top shelf, but as it floats down, Amphis will be able to get the easy pickings on the open net there. So really great start here for Amphis is hot.
We'll see the end of that goal and, well, expectations tonight in terms of goals going through the quarter, semis and final. Do we expect some flashy? Do we expect, a pile on of goals, considering you've got a lot of time to score here?
Oh, my goodness.
That's actually
I'd love to answer the question. But this is really... I don't know how to pronounce this. Should we just go with tight pillow?
I'm just going pillow.
Pillow?
Simplify, pillow, man. Yeah, just pillow.
That's easy to say. So we'll go with just pillow. That was a great play. Finding that off the post, around the defenders as well. Cobo almost got the save, but he was just a little bit too slow, although the aerial could drop it in. Cobo does get the save.
He had a freestyle going as well, so Cobo looking to have some fun.
Almost past both of them there from Pillow. Cobo ended up getting some defense. Boost steal from Pillow in the corner. And now Star can go up, puts the shot on, bit wide. Amphis now with the ball and boost out of the half off the sidewall. Travelling nicely off the ceiling, going for the backboard. Cobo's there, but he's too far back. Sour won't be past him. But looks like we'll see a little bit of back and forth, at least in the midfield area for a little while here, Byza.
It would have been interesting with Amphis if he actually hit the ball hard against the backboard. Obviously, he's trying to bring it down. That would have gone back a lot quicker before Cobo could cut it off and would have been a rebound goal, but it didn't happen in that way. As the players are really having a midfield presence, Cobo, well, that's a hard angle to work. Got to give it a crack.
Yeah, he almost pulled it off, but Pillow was there ready to defend, so a bit unlucky for Cobo. But of course, fortunate for Pillow that he was able to have the positioning that he needed. Sour will not find this one down the field, although a slow ball from Cobbo means Amphis has to hit it out wide field. Pillow has time now, but he's given Cobbo too much space. However, Cobbo, bit of a whiff there, goes to the back half. He sets up the shot for Pillow.
Okay. So looking at Cobbo here, he drives forward, he's missed the ball, but it was almost at a point where he was going for a demo, then cuts out. The ball comes back in, and Pillow just takes full advantage of an open net.
Very unfortunate stuff there for Cobbo and especially Amphis. But yeah, sometimes these things happen. And Sour will now have a free ball down the field. Cobbo on the sidewall. Sour does challenge him effectively. Amphis. Bit slower pace now. This could work out in Amphis' hot favour. The flick comes through, but it's a little bit too weak. Didn't quite catch the full length on the back of the Octane, so easily cleared out now by Pillow. And that's the shot through. That'll be the third goal, Byza.
Pillow's starting to really take my eye at the moment. He's unknown, but he's getting a lot of control off the back end of the car, and he turns that to his advantage. Again, defense caught out of place here. They really need to start to work on it.
Absolutely, and he is streaming, so I'm sure that we'll be able to check out some clips, hopefully, from his stream sometime after. It'll be interesting to see things from his perspective, because as you said, so far seems to be controlling the ball quite well. He has possession once again, doesn't quite catch the flick on that one. Cobbo does give it to Sour, but that should be safe by Amphis. In fact, it is the backboard play from Sour. Couldn't find the angle or the accuracy onto the net, and Cobbo will pinch off the sidewall, grabs that mid boost, gets tangled up by Sour, and now Pillow. A little bit caught out on the backboard, although reads Cobbo.
It's good counter.
Now cleared back down. Absolutely great counter off the backboard himself. Sour, that's a free shot on net, but he's beamed it to the top right a little bit too high there, Byza.
Yep. I'll tell you what, it's a half-sucked lemon at that point of the game, and it's counted to go straight back over the top.
Poor Pillow. This is a Fields backflip, man, from Pillow there in net, and he will not be happy about that one. Although he can't be too disappointed. They haven't conceded the lead, although just a 1-goal lead now for Aero11S. Cobbo looking to find it into the corner. He's used all of his boost there. And we will now see the slow rotation around from Amphis. Bangs this one into the left corner. Cleared out by Pillow. Sour on net, but Cobbo's there for the save out. So a little bit of back and forth play, it seems, Byza. It could go anyone's way. The ball over the top should not go.
Pillow just back in time. It's interesting to see the last 30 seconds here, Renkyz, that it's starting to get that ball to go down in the corridor when they have the opportunity, when there's no challenge. There's a nice little touch, but couldn't find the back of the net. It was sent wide. Pillow now back inside. You have to see a demolition that sets up a goal here, Renkyz. It'll be interesting to see if they could do that here, Cobbo and Amphis.
Yeah, not many bumps happening either. As, we just saw the attempted 1-2 pass plays between Amphis and Cobbo. But well, they're setting up another one. We'll see if this one works out. Nice. Not the 1-2, but it's just a straight pass from Amphis to Cobbo, and he puts it in the back of the net very effectively.
Well, this is set up in the threes game to be a backboard play to move it, but have a look at Pillow. He actually landed on the side of the goal, and that's where he wasn't in position. So Cobbo saw what was going on, knew all he had to do was put on target, and he had a goal.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Pillow. It was close, but not close enough. Speaking of Pillow, the chip up in the air, looking for the aerial carry forward, gets the read on Amphis, wins it out of the curb as well, but Cobbo's there. No challenge from Sour. Amphis almost gets the redirect. It was so close.
The ghost touch.
Cobbo. Time here off the backboard down the side field. Pillow. He's got it around him as well, but does manage to catch back in time to be able to clear that one out. And now Amphis almost getting caught up on Cobbo. Gets the amazing save off the back of Sour.
And Sour had to be a little bit more clever with that rank. Amphis was rotating and he was moving with speed. If he just held for a moment, maybe played it high or not even take the shot, Amphis would have been gone and backflip out of the contention of saving it. So he'll have another crack, and Cobbo there just blocking it up.
Yes, some good patience earlier on from Sour to get that down the field. Unfortunately, wasn't rewarded for the effort. Amphis now off the backboard, finds the pass down to Cobbo. He's not there in time, though, because he doesn't want to be too aggressive and give too much space on the field for Aero11S to be able to clear over the top of them and pick up that game-winning goal, because it looks like they might be prepared to just go to overtime now unless an opening opens up for either team here.
Oh,
Cobo faked out. Pillow doesn't find it past Amphis. He needed that save and he got it. Overtime it is.
First game of the night on string. Quarterfinal action. Vapor 2v2 legends. We have overtime here in Amphis. What can he do? Can he set it up for his team and get the winning goal?
Well, they pulled off the fake off quite well. Cobo got the pass up to him on the side wall, but there wasn't too much Amphis could do with it after that. Has the boost though. Sour off the side wall. Doesn't quite catch it for the pinch on the ceiling that I thought he was going for. It's probably a good thing because Pillow was all the way back and needed to be as well. Now with the aerial himself, catches it on the top of the car, almost catches it into a flickable position, but not quite. Now it's Amphis all the way downfield, goes for the flip reset, but denied by Sour at the last second.
It's funny, when one player starts to set up for it, all players go, all right, challenge accepted. Let's do something fancy for an overtime goal. Yet to see the defense crack, though, and that's where the goal's going to be scored.
Absolutely. It seems both teams playing a little bit more safe now as you jump into that. You know, generally past the first 30 or so seconds of overtime, you're starting to see the teams calm down a little bit as the reality of the position starts to set in. That's not going to go all the way. Amphis is respawned and he's there for the save. And then Pillow puts it away into the corner. Amphis to Cobo, he's there. Top shelf bar down and out. So unfortunate. Amphis will finish it off though. Very close attempt here from Pillow to get that diving save. He gave it all he had, but it just wasn't enough, Byza.
Now this came off Amphis' long clearance downfield, and that's when the pressure was being put on by Aero11S to try and score quickly. It got countered, sent back, and instead of being on the ground where it was an easy position, it was high. They had to send it wide because it was on the pressure of the goal. And then that cross play, Cobo and Amphis working really well to score the goal. And just a couple interesting things to see with Pillow. Yes, he scored very early on in that piece and was quite high up on what we were seeing here at 9-11 score for Pillow. But when he gets back into the goal, there's a moment of hesitation and scrambling. So if you can settle that down for game 2, Aero's 11, they might take him and might go to a third.
Absolutely. I just want to point out that last-ditch effort to save that overtime ending shot there that ended up going in. Pillow was actually so close.
Yeah.
Like a lot closer than I thought he was to picking up the save. He came across on our screens traveling from left to right, used boost to slow himself down, 180 the car midair, landed on the backboard sideways, and then flipped and dived off the backboard across the face of the goal, going from right to left this time, and was actually a little bit early. I thought he was too slow, but no, he was actually a little bit too fast to make the save. It was crazy the mechanics involved in that for Pillow to be able to land that way and then so quickly get off the backboard and dive for that save. I really wish that he had been rewarded for his effort there and picked up the save, so we could have taken a closer look at it. But sometimes that happens, Byza, and you know, unfortunately for them, they dropped game 1. It is only a best of 3 as well, so now match point here for Amphis is hot.
Well, they're going to have to work extremely hard. Aero's 11s. Saying the yes when it's not there. Aero11S, there's going to be the first goal for Sour. They start on the right foot.
Absolutely a great start for Sour here. It's absolutely what he needed. Strong plays off the kickoff. They get it down the field early, and then just a little bit of mistakes there in the defense from Cobo and Amphis. Hopefully they don't let themselves suffer from it too much, and we'll see what happens on the second kickoff.
Amphis just control now. They'll look to try and get boost here. In fact, stays away from the corner to put an attack on Pillow straight down the corridor. There seems to be the theme of the play between these two. There is the counter. Amphis sends us downfield. Cobo elects to stay away from the touch of this and head back on the rotation. So back and forth early on. No, the pressure's starting to build.
Absolutely. Cobo now off the sidewall. Catches it towards net. It was a good angle, but saved out by Pillow and cleared forward by Sour. Amphis has time for this one. Amphis may have, Pillow may have gone up a little bit too early, but Amphis with the slow recovery doesn't find it past him through the midfield. And we'll now see how that back and forth set in once again. In the corner though, Pillow taking his time. Cobo punishes him for it, keeps up the offensive pressure. Sour has passed it back to Pillow, and the clear does come out.
Yeah, that's the giving away the possession of ball here. So some control starting to set in the play for Amphis. Apart from that, it looks like Pillow's looking to set up his teammate. Sour though holding back. Doesn't want to give away the goal lead they've got.
Mm.
Failed touch in the middle there. Sour blocks us up. Pillow now picks it up nicely. Now to make a play, but Cobo blocking it perfectly in front of goal.
Yeah, well defended by Cobo. You know, just stays calm and patient in defense. Doesn't try and rush the save. Just puts his car in the way of Pillow. And now Sour with the aerial drag all the way down. Cobo very patient to come with that one too. Puts it in a position where Amphis can effectively clear out. He's beaten one. Just needs to beat the second. Sour. Cobo can finish this one. It's a bit slow though, and Pillow gets another diving save. The back pass from Cobo to Amphis. Back to Cobo again, looking for the pass off the sidewall. Might be a bit close to Sour, but no. Amphis still beats him there. Just one to beat over the top of Pillow. Cobo's there. Goes for the slow shot to the bottom right. It was absolutely the right decision. Just a little bit off on the execution, Byza.
Sour and Pillow right now playing out of their mind, but it's defense that's stuck here. Amphis bring this back to the middle. If you got the angle, would have worked perfectly. Pillow trying to counter Cobo. He's blocked us up, has to turn around. He's demoed here. A lot of demolitions, a lot of aggressive game. It's popped up top right, and then Amphis scoring, leveling the game.
This is a great finesse shot from Amphis. The one touch to control it and then uses the second flip. Almost nails this one perfectly top right. It's a little bit off the bar and then onto the sidewall. Reminds me of those basketball shots that sort of do the dance around the hoop before it goes in. Very nice. Absolutely perfect there from Amphis.
The pressure between these two teams right now, crazy. Sour and Pillow really playing good Rocket League. It's just at the wrong end. Cobo and Amphis starting to make a challenge.
Here we go, Pillow. Does beat Amphis there. And off the sidewall, Sour here for support. Pillow, flick to the top right, a little bit wide. We'll set Sour up to come through now for his shot. Cobo somehow gets the save off the crossbar and then denies Pillow too. Needs the fast break down the field now. Does get it, but gets demoed for it in the process. And now Sour, temporary 1v1 up against Amphis. And Amphis has won that challenge as well. So things looking quite good here for Amphis is hot. And we'll see what happens moving forward.
It's blocked out for now. Sour got no boost. Cobo, he's got nothing left in the tank as well. He's going to try his luck. And the end, Pillow able to get into that spot. What was eluding Pillow in the last game was right position at the right time, which equals speed and rotation. They're really starting to execute that perfectly. And Cobo making a brilliant save from behind the line of the goal. It feels bad to the post.
I can't believe Cobo just pulled that off. I'm not sure if it was a fluke. I don't think he intended to do that, but I mean, it's worked out, Byza, and why not? You may as well take it.
Well, the post gives you an option to save it, then go for it. That was met in the air by Pillow as Amphis was trying to score there. Sour now bringing this down the field. Looks to go left. Cobo just playing a defensive game perfectly. This is brought back out to the far side. Challenge against Sour and Amphis. Here's Cobo going to go high to double touches. Although it looked nice, he was set wide of the ball and wasn't able to get the angle down.
Not quite. Sour now. Good first controlling touch. Beats out Amphis. And now Cobo won't be able to fake him. It was a little bit wide with the shot as well, so Cobo can clear out. Off the sidewall now. Gets the shot to far post. I think that was a bit wide, and Pillow, of course, easy enough for him to clear out. 1v2. Sour won't be able to do it. Can get a passing touch over the top of Cobo, but obviously we won't see Pillow back quite in time. Amphis didn't get the clear there, and now it's Pillow's ball. Over the top of Cobo, just one to beat. This could be it, the chip up, and then the fake out. He didn't follow it up. Amphis had to commit, and he'd already done so.
At this point here, Pillow picks this ball up in the air, and Amphis is turning. Means he's not in position, he doesn't have speed, and he just has to panic jump and hope Pillow takes the ball to him. Pillow sees what's going on, and he drops it. He doesn't hit it any further. Good score.
I think what happened there is Pillow actually sort of dove underneath the ball and bumped Amphis out of the way a little bit as well. I've just looked on the stream, Byza, and I don't know if this is a bug or something, but the players' name tags are just numbers.
Righto, no overtime for game two, but we do see Aero11S taking the win, so we go to game three.
Absolutely, very nice stuff there from Aero11S, and it's definitely going to make game three interesting because both games have been quite close. Obviously, game one a lot closer than this one, as you said, no overtime here. I would put Aero11's in a slightly stronger position. I'm really impressed so far by Pillow's mechanics, and I think the more that he's figuring out Cobo and Amphis, as well as the supporting players that have come through from Sour, who's been quite good in offense as well, I think they can do it.
I'm just going over to his Twitch channel right now to give him a follow because he certainly impressed me.
Alrighty, hopefully...
And I can't do two things at once, Renkyz. I can't type and talk.
Hopefully the production can get it sorted with the name tags.
Oh, the poor fella's not even online. That's disgusting, Pillow. Sort it out.
He's plugging his own stream and he's not even streaming.
Yeah, I know. What are you doing, mate? Jeez. It's terrible.
Oh, well.
You know how I feel about that.
How you feel about what?
Plugging your Twitch stream and not being live.
Yeah.
Gotta be live.
You'd think that you would be live, but I guess he doesn't want to be live.
I don't want to put pressure on him. He might be listening, going, oops, I'm sorry, Byza, I'm sorry.
It looks like the name tags, the name plates have fixed themselves on the stream. So there we go. People watching can actually see who we're talking about now.
Okay, well, game 3, Renkyz, is do or die, head into the semi. And both of these teams certainly warmed up to the occasion. They certainly want to get this third one done.
Yeah. Pillow, well, he's been beaten out there by Cobo, and almost Cobo finding it past Sour, but not quite. Sour over the top of Amphis. Easy enough for him to get the save. Bit of pressure now from Pillow as well, looking for the pass off the backboard to Sour. Doesn't quite catch it, and Cobo can now pass out to Amphis, who has full boost as well. Pass back to Cobo, but he's not going to be there. It's Pillow for the clearance forwards. So early back and forth for this one. No early goal, it seems, and setting up to be looking like it's going to be a close game.
A couple little mechanics just going astray for both of the teams and setup. Sour not able to get the redirection, but that demo coming through from Pillow takes out the back end, and Sour scores the first goal for his team.
And you were pointing out earlier on that we hadn't really seen much of this, and I think that's the first time we've seen it pulled off, and it's definitely the intent there. Clear out that last defender. They knew that Cobo was the only one back, and once he's out of the way, it's just an open net for Sour. So good start here for Aero11S.
If you've been watching a little bit with Cobo and how he defends, he always comes from the far side boost, the 100 boost, and takes the ball cross field. So if you take that into account and measure, just beeline the middle for him taking the ball across, you're going to get him every time. So Cobo's starting to be predictable a little bit here.
Yeah, predicting the way he's going to rotate, so might be up to him to change things up a little bit. Shadowing the ball nicely here, but I say that he's actually let it get a little bit too far away from him. Pillow spots the opportunity for top left and takes it.
So Cobo's wanting to turn to this angle again, and he's gone too far back on the Pillow, loses his speed as well, and Pillow straight away knows what he's got to do. I think they might have this here. Cobo's got to change his style and get a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, as I was saying, the more that Pillow has been playing up, Sour almost scoring an amazing goal there. I mean, as I was saying in the break between this game and the last one, it seems that the more time that Pillow has up against Amphis and Cobo, and now he's able to figure out how exactly they're playing, he's able to put his mechanics to good use now. So it's definitely interesting to see the way this series has developed.
That one was sent high by Cobo, but he's been given some time to recover, though the defense able to block it up. Amphis, he's not come off the wall perfectly there, so it allows Sour to go at it. Cobo, backboard, looking for it. It's cleared straight away. Pillow's not going to let anything come down, although that was on, and Sour with a cracking save.
Yeah, I don't really like the shot from Amphis, though. The left half of the net was wide open, and he shot it straight towards Sour, so a bit unfortunate with the accuracy on the shot there, but hopefully Amphis and Cobo are able to find another opportunity moving forward, because over halfway into the game now, and they are still down 2-0.
Putting a lot of pressure on Cobo. Unable to get that pass to the first challenger. This one set back wide. Cobo getting it forward again. Though Sour says, no thanks. You get no opportunity to score at this goal. Coming down to the 2-minute mark, Renkyz. Like you said, time of an essence here for Amphis' height.
It looks like Cobo is trying to put in a lot of work to set Amphis up, and vice versa. I've seen a couple pass plays, like direct passes from Amphis to Cobo, even some through balls as well, but Sour has recently picked up on that, and he's really starting to punish Cobbo when he gets a little bit too far away from his teammate, and yeah, caught up in defense there as well.
Double commit opened up the back end, and Pillow could convert Amphis though. Going straight for corridors. Sour reads this perfectly. This is going to be a drop ball wide. No one counters as yet. Cobbo, perfect little move there, and the wave dash try and get some speed. Didn't work into his advantage. This one now to be brought back out. Sour downfield. Amphis blocks it. Pillow, side wall now. Some magic here. Couldn't get the execution out on Cobbo again. Just being a little bit painful in defense. They need to get this goal. Oh!
They're going to find it as well. Very close attempt there from Amphis. Was a little bit high, but Cobbo with the follow-up makes sure that goal goes in. The goal goes in. They've left themselves 1 minute 9 seconds left to try and equalise here, Byza. Something else that I was trying to say earlier on, but I couldn't quite put my finger on how to say it. I think I finally figured it out. Cobbo, every now and then he's making a tiny mistake in the midfield and losing control of the ball or something like that, but he's very, very quick to recover and get back on top of the possession. And it's thrown Sour off a couple times. Sour sees Cobbo make the mistake and gets comfortable with it. Thinks, okay, there's no way Cobbo's recovering in time. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Cobbo's there on the ball again. So what Sour started to do actually is just demo Cobbo when that happens, because generally he's lost enough momentum that Sour can easily catch up to him. So that's what I meant when I was trying to say that Cobbo's putting in a ton of work. He's putting in a ton of work trying to set up these pass plays, but it's just not happening for him because Sour is just getting the demos when he needs to.
Last 30 here of play, and right now Amphis is looking for this goal, and he gets a opportunity, no. But the defense has scored it for him. It's gone the post, and then back out. Who is it? Sour looking for a diving save. Oh, this hurts. That hurts so much. Oh, what are you doing? 24 remaining. We might get overtime.
Posty the post bar had the most perfect save there, and Sour's like, no, that goal deserved to go in, Posty. You can't deny that from him. Feels bad, man. Amphis, don't tell me you messed this up and let him score now. Okay, no, he's got it off the ceiling. Sour has found it past Cobbo, and then Sour is going to put it at the top left. What are you doing?
What's happened to Cobbo at this point? He's seen the ball, and he's made the decision to go the left side instead of the right. It was millimetre decision making, and it's just the wrong one because he's driving at the ball when the momentum of it's going for goal. This is going to have to be a quick goal.
He was just a little bit too far forward. Had he have stayed more back in net, it probably would have been fine, and it looks like that is going to haunt them. Amphis, he's kept it up though. Cobbo, I don't think he has much boost. He doesn't have much boost, and Pillow gets the big booming clear off the backboard. Amphis picks up the boost, but as he's going for that, he lost control of the ball, and GGs are called. Amphis is hot. It's hard to call it a reverse sweep in best of 3 because you only have to win the 2 back-to-back, but it's essentially a reverse sweep. Aero11S picking up game 3 as well as the previous game 2. Game 1 was extremely close. You could have said, it could have gone either way, and clearly Aero11S proving to be the stronger team tonight.
Yeah, best of 3s are always tough as well. You have to really get off the front foot and make a real demand on the game that it's yours. But it's interesting to see how these two teams really started to counter each other. They started to realize how they're playing. Like, for example, we were saying Cobbo was very noticeable with the way he waited for the ball to come to him in defense and take it across goal. Couple goals scored against him because of that. And then that last one, when it was very passive early on in the game, and when it came down to the last minute, he changed from passive to go super aggressive. At that point, that millisecond error of going left instead of right cost him the game, and it just it beats you up when you're going right. We have to make a play, but then because of that, you end up giving a goal away.
Yeah, look, it's unfortunate when that happens, but sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumbles, as some people like to say, Byza. And unfortunately for Cobbo,
that picture gets me every time.
Complete mental blank. Amphis is hot, Amphis. You're looking at the stream again. But unfortunately for Cobbo and Amphis, they just weren't quite there tonight. But they still get to go home with some points. They did make it to the quarterfinals, but of course that means that Aero11S, Pillow and Sour, they move on to the semi-final up against Comma, which this is going to be an interesting game. I can't wait to cast this one. That's Hawk and Lurky.